What is going on YouTube? These first 5 clips are going to be me testing out the carry and cross combo, which is carry and greatsword into carry and piercer. I've seen Saint Riot talk about it a bunch. I've seen other people talk about it. I have 60 decks, Azur's Staff, and Radigan's Icon, just to make sure that I have full casting speed. I've heard Saint Riot talk about in some of his videos how if the connection's not perfect, it might not be a true combo, implying that he experienced some inconsistencies. I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm experiencing worse inconsistency than even that. Maybe my connection just isn't that good, or maybe I was just facing really laggy people the days that I used this. But I pretty much never got it to true combo. A couple times in these videos you'll see that these clips that I got like lucky, I feel like, with it. If I'm doing something wrong, please someone tell me. Please let me know that I'm doing it wrong somehow, based off these clips that you can see, because like I said, have not been able to make it a true combo, and I really thought it would fit this build because they're based off the Blade Singer from Dungeons and Dragons, which is a wizard sword subclass, melee subclass. But now to get to the meat and potatoes of the video. I didn't have a whole lot to talk about this week, but I wanted something to talk about, and I came across a video by I Am Amish that is about another video that was made by someone else. I have no idea who, but you can go to I Am Amish's channel to view it and figure out what video I'm talking about. But it was a video about gankers by a ganker, where they were talking about why gankers gank and what their opinions are on reds that they encounter and all these other things. And I just thought I'd give my opinion on that. So definitely after this video, if you haven't seen the video I'm talking about, go give I Am Amish some love, because he seems like a pretty cool YouTuber for soul stuff. But anyway, so one of their first topics was, or one of the big things they made, the point in the video that this ganker made, was that gankers gank to play with friends. Now, I'm going to tell you, I PvP'd through pretty much all of Dark Souls 3 up until the middle portion of, I'd say, like where the Ring City DLC came out. After that DLC came out, a lot of the weapons were so ridiculous and the Bloodshades had been nerfed, so there wasn't that much unity amongst invaders anymore. And, you know, it just felt impossible to fight gank squads that had the whirling dervish, dragon bone great swords and fireballs and soul arrows. It was impossible. So I did stop PvPing kind of like right around that time. But I PvP'd like crazy, and there's proof all over my YouTube channel of me PvPing like crazy with various different builds, just like I do now here in Elden Ring, where I am gank hunting and I am making even montages and stuff like that. I played Dark Souls 1 Remastered a lot, just about as much, and hundreds and hundreds of hours in those games. And I'm here to tell you right now that without gankers, invaders like me and like Peverson and Saint Riot and Oroboro and all those people, they would not have the content to put out constantly if it weren't for gankers. They are part of the PvP economy. The lifeblood of this game is invaders versus gankers. It's a lot harder to find a true gank in Elden Ring than it was in Dark Souls 3 or even Dark Souls 1 Remastered, or Dark Souls 1 before all that, I would assume. I wasn't there for the early Dark Souls 1 days, sadly, or Dark Souls 2 days, but regardless, I know one thing, in that gankers are important. Now, does that mean that gankers are justified in some of the ways that they attempt ganking? I wouldn't say so. I would say some tactics in ganking are absolutely fucking hogwash, and I would love to see them done away with. For instance, any bleed setup ganker build, if there's more than one of them, if they have Vare mask on and any bleed weapon, mainly the blender bleed weapons like Rivers of Blood, or if they have any of the really spammy magic spells like Rings of Light, or the Shower Star, not Shower Star, but it's the one that shoots a billion projectiles at you. Not Founding Rain. I don't know what it's called. I forget what it's called, but it's the blue one that got nerfed, but still pretty good from the base game. They have Moonveil. You know, if they have any of the backhand blades with any of those stupid DLC backhand blade weapon arts, Ashes of Wars, those are the dirty, disgusting gank squads. Full bull goats, all that stuff. Disgusting. I don't mind creative ganks. I actually love creative ganks where people are role playing, or if they're just using a theme and it's not blood related. Later in this video, the last clip, you'll actually see me face a Tomoei gank based off of Lady Tomoe from Sekiro, which after realizing that's what I was fighting, you know, I appreciated the Tomoe cosplay, but sadly you'll see that I actually get pretty annoyed with them and, you know, BM them pretty hard after I beat them, and even during the gank while I'm fighting them, because they're not very good and they're very cowardly. And they're bloodhound stepping and running away from me and switching off when they realize they can't beat me by themselves because it's a 2v2. Another red shows up. The next thing that he brings up is running invaders, and invaders being respectable if they deal with the difficulty of the game. And how ironic is that, right? Because like I said, you know, there's tons and tons of gank squads that they'll gank in Limgrave, which is what this guy in the video I'm talking about was doing. He was ganking only in Limgrave, exclusively in Limgrave, where the enemies will tickle you if you're not on any of the new game pluses. Even new game +1 is or +2 or whatever it is, isn't very threatening. But that's where they're ganking, and they have, you know, backup. They have twice your flasks. They can, if they lose, if they can just resummon. If you kill one of their summons, they can just resummon. And those summons can come back with as many flasks as they started with originally, while you're still stuck with just the flasks you got from killing them and the ones you spawned with that you're not going to get back unless you kill someone. And they are mad that we're running to probably enemies. You know, it's hilarious, the rules for the not for me mindset of gankers. And I've come across gankers that will hate mail you after you lose to them, or if you, like, even one loss, or if you didn't kill them, you just killed their summon or their host, they will consider that a win. They will rub it in your face and they'll call you a coward for running. And it's like, dude, you literally fought me with backup and you had twice my flasks and you probably had a rune arc on. And it's insane mentality. I specifically have a video that I made about gankers a couple weeks ago or a month ago or so that was about a gank squad that I would kill his summon and then he would kill me, or I would kill him and then he would disconnect, and he would count the times when he didn't die to me but I still killed his summon, and then another invader killed him instead of me as a win against me. Or if he knew he was going to die, that's right, that's what it was. It was if I killed a summon and he knew he was about to be 2v1'd, outnumbered by me and the other red, he would just disconnect, and then he wouldn't count that as a loss. He would count that as, I guess it didn't happen at all in his mind, right? You guys killed my summon and then I disconnected, so I didn't win or lose. It just didn't happen. That didn't occur, basically, is what he was thinking. And this is the mindset of a lot of gankers. And the reason I'm even talking about this in the first place is because it baffles me that gankers delude themselves into this mindset. And if you are a ganker watching this, understand that no win against any invader, if you have backup, if it's not a 2v2, is a win. You just used all the advantages to kill them, but you didn't win because you weren't better than them. You understand? Like, even in a 2v2, it's still sketchy because you have more heals than they do. You have a rune arc. And you're probably in Discord chat with your summon, so your summon can come back you up when you're in trouble if you're having a moment there. I can't shout to the other red and say, "Hey red, I'm one shot and I'm being chased by a curved sword bleed build with Vari mask. Come hit him real quick so I can get away and heal." You know, that's not something that we can do as invaders usually. The Bloodshades was the closest we ever got to that, and that, like I said, got nerfed out of the fucking stratosphere by From Software in Dark Souls 3 after they caught on to it. And, you know, at the one of the points he made near the end of the video, this Ganker made, was that when an invader is in a host's world, they need to abide by the host's rules and just get over it. And that's the funniest thing to me. It's something that Pete Peverson himself figured out really early on in Elden Ring's lifespan. Invaders have all the power. If you're gankers and that's what you're doing, if you're actually ganking and you're not progressing, your fun is dictated by whether the invader wants to engage with you or not. And, you know, if an invader decides he wants to go hide by a field boss or hide by a group of enemies in a field, you have to go fight him, or you, with those enemies or with that boss helping him, or you won't get to play the game. That's the whole reason that stealth builds work so good against gankers, because you can just not engage with them or only occasionally engage with them in annoying ways until they disconnect or till they finally catch you out, and then you fight them or whatever. You as an invader do not have to follow the host's rules or abide by what the hosts want. The host is at your mercy entirely, and all hosts should know that. We're getting close to the end of the video. I wanted the Tomoe gank clip to be something I don't commentate over, so I'm gonna start wrapping up here. I just wanted to say that if you're a ganker watching this video, you know, almost none of my builds are meta builds. This build right here is the closest I have to a meta build. It's still a themed build with a character in mind that I'm following a specific rule set to hinder myself a little bit, if not more than a little bit. And, you know, the cookie cutter YouTuber OP builds with Vari mask bleed or any of that kind of stuff, it would be so much more fun to fight you if you were using builds that were themed and were fun to fight against. And if you didn't play like a coward, if you would just lose with dignity and just go with it, you know? Because half the time as an invader, I don't engage with gank squads unless I'm fighting them against enemies and with a boss in the field or something, because they're lame, cowardly, and they have cookie cutter OP builds that will blender me quicker than I can drink a flask. This is the Tomoe gank. The person is Tomoe themed. They're literally playing as Tomoe, or they're trying their damnedest to play as Tomoe. But the problem is with this is that they are cowardly as hell. You will see, just watch the clip after I'm done talking here. These are the two of the most cowardly gankers I've ever faced, and it just sucks that Tomoe is the one that they're trying to roleplay as. I actually messaged them after this, and I told them that Tomoe would have been braver than this. So, if you liked this video, you made it this far, consider liking and subscribing. I'm really close to 1,000 subscribers. I think I can make it in the next 2 months or so. And I'd really like to get there as soon as possible, because then I'll be able to apply to be a partner. So thank you for watching. This has been Apex27, and adios for now. You could have just ran up behind me. Yeah. Huh. Oh, you wanted to fight me 2v1. Do that again. Go ahead. Do up another. Oh, you're Tomoe, I just realized. Waiting for you. Do the thing again. Oh my god. Waiting for you. Waiting for you to fucking stop being a little bitch. Was waiting for it. Bro. I'll kick your fucking ass too. You dumb little bitch. Get him, Red! Red, just fucking get him! They're so bad. Good God, they're so bad. Go ahead, do it. I get it. Waiting for you, dude. Waiting for you, you and your host. Waiting for you. Waiting for you, you little baby bitch. Now it's your turn again. Now it's your turn again, little baby boy. Little baby boy, are you ready to get fucking destroyed again, little baby boy? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you gonna disconnect? Are you gonna try to resummon? What are you trying to do here, buddy? What are you doing? Trying to run to the boss door? You didn't want to fight alone. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you so bad? Why are you so bad? Oh, you're so fucking bad. You're the one who ran through all the fucking soldiers. You get all the bags in the world right now. I'm gonna take a little poop on your fucking face, dumb bitch.